What would you do if the whole world is against your wedding? What could you sacrifice for love? For this Dutch prince, he could give up his throne. But what is her dark secret that makes everyone so against her? Welcome to Mostly Wealth. In the heart of the Netherlands lies a story of love, sacrifice, and royal duty. 2 decades ago, the world watched in awe as a Dutch prince made a decision that would forever change the course of his life and the monarchy. Join us as we take an exclusive insider's look into the life of the Dutch prince who gave up the throne for love. But before we continue with our love story, make sure to finish this video because we're revealing how Prince Johan Friso died. Was there really foul play? Let's get into it. Who is Prince Johan Friso? He was born on the 25th of September 1968 in the University Medical Center in Utrecht, Netherlands, to Princess Beatrix and Prince Claus. He was a younger brother of King Willem Alexander of the Netherlands. Prince Johan Friso, the second son of Queen Beatrix, married human rights activist Mabel Wisse Smit without the approval of the Dutch government, giving up his claim to the throne for love. As a young man, Friso, the second of the former Queen Beatrix's 3 sons, had been dubbed Prince Brilliant. He studied at Berkeley, the Technical University of Delft, and Rotterdam's Erasmus University, graduating with degrees in engineering and economics. He later earned an MBA at France's prestigious INSEAD School of Business. Prince Friso of Orange-Nassau, who has died aged 44, gave up his position in line to the Dutch throne after becoming entangled in a scandal involving his bride-to-be. His death occurred 18 months after a skiing accident that left him gravely injured. Now, who is his infamous lover? Mabel Martine Wisse Smit was born in Pijnaker on the 11th of August 1968 as the eldest daughter of Henk Los and Flos Koeman. After her father's death due to an accident in 1978, her mother married Peter Wisse Smit. In 1984, Princess Mabel officially took his surname. Princess Mabel studied economics and political science at the University of Amsterdam. Graduating cum laude in 1993, she holds an honorary degree of Doctor of Laws from Glasgow Caledonian University. She attended the International Human Rights Law Summer School at the University of Oxford in 2001 and the Global Leadership and Public Policy for the 21st Century Executive Education Program at Harvard University's John F. Kennedy School of Government in 2008. Princess Mabel is a serial entrepreneur for social change working to advance equality, justice, and freedom. During the last decade, she played a catalytic role in the creation and growth of Girls Not Brides, the global partnership to end child marriage, 2011, the Girls First Fund, 2018, and Vow for Girls, 2018. Princess Mabel is currently a board member of Fondation Chanel, the Lego Foundation, the Sigrid Rousing Trust, and chair of Value for Girls. She is also an advisor to Apolitical Academy Global, Co-Impact's Gender Fund, Global Witness, and the Elders. Mabel is a champion of Girls Not Brides and a co-founder and chair emeritus of the European Council on Foreign Relations. Now, before we tell how our Dutch prince chose love over his throne, what do you think of Princess Mabel's background? Do you think it fit for a queen? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Love over the throne. Just because he's a prince doesn't automatically mean that Johan Friso gets everything he wants. And what he wants most these days is the right to marry his beloved fiancée, Mabel Wisse Smit. But the Dutch Parliament, which according to law needs to approve the royal match, is not inclined to grant the prince his wish. On Friday, Prime Minister Jan Peter Balkenende issued a statement saying he would not ask Parliament to endorse the prince's marriage proposal despite written recommendations from the United Nations and European Union diplomats who have worked with the 35-year-old Wisse Smit and respect her work as a human rights activist. Thus, the love-struck prince was forced to choose between the throne and love. For the 35-year-old prince, the decision was easy. After all, he's only second in line to the crown following his older brother, Prince Willem Alexander. And so Prince Johan Friso announced on Friday that he would give up his right to succession in order to marry the woman of his dreams, just as any normal citizen in the Netherlands has the right to do. Gangster bride and her dark secret. Why didn't Parliament approve of the prince's choice? Certainly Wisse Smit's resume was befitting of a princess, but the degree in economics and politics and the years as director of the Open Society Institute in Brussels, an organization dedicated to the promotion of democracy and human rights, weren't enough to cover up a blemish in the fiancé's past and guarantee parliamentary approval. Mabel Wisse Smit, it turns out, had an affair with a notorious gangster more than a decade ago while she was still in college, and this fact has come back to haunt her. Only a week after her engagement to Prince Johann Friso hit the media in June, rumors started going around that the future bride had a dark past. When she was pressed about her relationship to Klaas Bruinsma, a drug dealer who was killed in a gang fight in 1999, Wisse Smit denied all contacts with the criminal. One of Bruinsma's former bodyguards came forth saying the future princess and his old boss had been lovers. Wisse Smit then retracted earlier statements and admitted to being an acquaintance of the mobster and even visiting him on his boat. She apologized to the Dutch people for not being honest up front, but it was too late for Parliament. Balkenende had already made his decision. In an open letter, the Prime Minister regretted he could not approve of her marriage to the prince and said that trust had been violated. Now, what we were all curious about, what was their life after marriage? Friso, who worked for years as an investment banker for Goldman Sachs, had previously been a relatively low-profile member of the highly popular Dutch royal family. The most public period of his life before the accident came during his engagement to Mabel, whose maiden name was Wisse Smit. During her vetting to join the royal house, the pair decided not to disclose the full extent of a university friendship she had with drug baron Klaas Bruinsma, who was later slain in a gangland killing. The couple live in London with their two daughters, Luania, 6, and 5-year-old Zaria. Now, as we come to an end, how did Prince Johann Friso die? Prince Friso was struck by an avalanche while skiing off trail in Lech, Austria in February 2012 and was buried until rescuers pulled him from the snow, unconscious, 20 minutes later. He was resuscitated and flown to a hospital, but remained in a coma for months. Prince Friso, who was 44, was moved from hospital in London back to the Netherlands last month, but had since suffered complications. King Willem-Alexander and Queen Maxima are said to be on their way home from a holiday in Greece. Prince Friso has died of complications related to the hypoxic brain injury. He died on Monday morning in The Hague, the palace added. The prince's wife, Princess Mabel, is said to have spent her 45th birthday on Sunday at his bedside, and so we bid farewell to the Dutch prince who gave up the throne for love, knowing that his legacy will endure for generations to come. Join us next time for another exclusive insider's look into the lives of the world's most intriguing figures. Now, what would you give up for the person you love? Join our conversation in the comments below. Until then, remember to always follow your heart and embrace the power of love. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more contents like this.